Guys, on this video, I'll be talking about how to remove the background of your OBS from your video. It was time consuming. Many videos at the end. They are helpful to some extent if that works for you, but so many of the videos I watch, I didn't work. And apart from that, a friend did reach out to me. I don't use the OBS. I only started exploring it just a couple of days ago. And I really did not bother to look at removing the background. But a friend reached out to me today and I said, this is what he's been trying to solve for the past couple of days. We use the same type of laptop, which is HP laptop with AI on it and other stuff. So I said, well, I could look at it and solve it, but I thought it's something that is going to take me about 10 minutes or 15 minutes, but it took me hours. But interestingly, I was able to resolve it, just a kind of glitches or issues that some of you might be facing. I'm going to talk you through the process that I use. If you are patient and watch it to the end, it might really solve your problem and also save you a whole lot of time. Um, I use AI to solve this problem. I use ChatGPT basically. So in the first instance, I watched on YouTube and that didn't work. Um, and then I came up and said, okay, here's the problem. And then I copied the YouTuber's transcript and put it here, hoping that that would be sufficient to be able to resolve this particular issue. It was completely different issue that that video was not really capturing, so it would have been waste of my time. So we follow all these prompts. I am really going to show you details here, so I'm going to be talking through a whole lot. But it's just to show you how I kind of solve this problem going through different scenarios. So these are the prompts, the suggestions that I got from the ChatGPT AI, and then I kept getting these prompt solutions, recommendations. In some cases, we copy the screen and include it in my um, ChatGPT AI to kind of have a very clear ideas as some of the things that I may have missed in the process. So in the first instance, I think the ChatGPT was thinking that I was probably using the old version of the background remover. So I copied this and include that I'm using most recent version. And again, a lot of solutions. I don't really read through all of these prompts because sometimes this is AI. When I just have a scan of it, I just know that this is not a solution to the problem because I may have already tried this, or it does really, it just doesn't work. So if I try the first one, for instance, you see how you say step one, step two. When I try the step one, and it doesn't really, I don't see that process or that information in my whole system. Then I go back and just basically say that doesn't work. Instead of wasting a whole lot of time reading through all this information. And in some cases, I will actually ask ChatGPT to give me precise information. Then again, I copied my screen where we have the program folder and the data. And again, we found that information here. And we went through different prompts and troubleshooting. I have to remove my background removal file from the program and then extract it again and include it. That still didn't solve the problem. I will show you where the solution came from in my case. So each time AI says, excellent, we saw the problem, it's just be resolved. So that is absolutely not the solution. We still keep going. Several prompts. Um, I sometimes question the rationale from AI. Sometimes does it make sense and does it correct? You could see that from here. So we have those kind of instances. And then I will show you where at this point, what I did is I opened the program file from my OBS and I copied that program file and put it on AI to check if the plugin has been correctly installed on the OBS file. To do that, which of course a couple of times shows that it wasn't correctly installed. So to do that, I will show you how to get to that point from um, your from the OBS. All right, so here's my OBS. If you want to show to check whether your plugin has been installed correctly, you go to help, and in help you go to log file, and in log file you look at current view log current log. So when you view current log, this is the dialog that will open on your screen. It's going to open smaller than this, so you kind of manually expand it by expanding it from here or here. But of course, you also have this option here to kind of maximize it if that works. So what I would do in that case, I will copy in all of this code all the way from here, from the bottom upward. You could also copy it from the top to bottom, but I prefer to copy it from the bottom. So in that case, I don't have to move my mouse around. And then Control C on your keyboard. Okay, Control C on your keyboard. And then you basically go back to your ChatGPT. Basically go back to my AI and then copy that and paste it here. And then ask a simple question. Is the um, OBS background remover file installed? So now it's probably sure that it's installed now because I did solve this problem. But let's see what it says. Yes, the plugin is now installed. Okay, so if it hasn't been installed, you won't find it under the filter. You will watch a lot and lot and lot of videos and basically waste all of that time. The problem is not the file you download from. It could be, but if you download the most recent version of the file that work with the most recent OBS software you downloaded from the website, it is supposed to work. But there's a problem which could be your issue right now. Okay, so I'll go back to where I stopped. I hope I remember where that was. So I think we haven't got it there yet. Okay, so that was the final copy. You could see from here it said, I find the problem. Yes, many times the ChatGPT will tell me and I found the problem. The problem is never found. It's too optimistic, and too confident. But after time fail. All right, so you see the information I got here. Your OBS log file shows blah, blah, blah. And when you go through the entire process, you don't really find the solution result. Again, I copied the versions that are available on the website, include them here, and shows the version I installed on my computer. And then when you walk through the entire process, keeps going. Again, we keep troubleshooting. It tells me move file from one file to the other. Check this folder, check that folder. All of those processes did not really work. And in many times, I provide more detailed information, question ChatGPT rationale behind the solution provided. Again, all of this process did not work. Okay, so I guess we get into the part where I would be able to focus more on when I identify the issue. So here we go. See. Okay, so this part here. So this part here, if you look at that, the file, there's a file which is called the DLL file. So that DLL file, by default, when you install it directly from the OBS, it goes into the data file in your OBS plugin file under your program. So I will show you an example of that. So that might give you a better information. Okay, so So you could say from here, this is my OBS, this is my program file, and then you have the OBS Studio. From the OBS Studio, you have the bin, okay? And in this bin, you have multiple files right here. But the problem was the DLL file was stored in this particular folder here. Okay, it was stored in this particular folder, which is not supposed to be. Due to that issue, it does give some, it's not installed. Okay, so it's not installed on your OBS. So when you go to your OBS, you will find it there. That DLL file, DLL file is supposed to be under the bin and should be in the 64 bits. That is the right folder for it to be in order to install. So I have multiple files here, which are specifically for my download and my system programming, which I'm not going to open for safety reasons. But otherwise, it should be in that file. When it is in that file, then you should be able to see it in your OBS. If it's in the wrong file, which comes by default from the open source download, it should work that way. I don't know what happens. Then if it goes into the data file, then again, you run into issues. It is not a problem with the version of the background remover. It just basically specific file is in the wrong folder. And if it's not in the folder that is installed on your OBS, that won't solve an issue. Now, when I go and have a look at my camera, and then I right click and I choose filter, and when I choose this option here, so some of you, when you open this, yours might look this way. Some video will tell you click on this plus sign in order to see the background. If you are clicking on this, you won't see the background. You might be thinking that it has not been stored correctly, which could be because that was the case. Oftentimes, just move this up, or you can reduce the size in order to see this second window here in the recent OBS version. So when I come here right now, and then I click on this part, which is the plus sign here, I will say remove background from the list, which was previously not here. So I completely solved this issue, but it took some time troubleshooting issues with file organizations and how it is arranged on different folders that will help it to install. But again, the first thing that you should do, which is the quickest, is to see whether your background remover is installed in your OBS in the first instance. Again, I will show you how to do that quickly. You go to help, and then you go to log files, and then you go to view current log, and then you have a file like this. Okay, so your windows, as I said, will be much smaller than this. When it opens in the first time, might be something like this, and it's very hard to copy this because you're gonna miss some. You could just kind of have Control A on your keyboard. That is another shortcut, and then you have Control C, and go to use, if you are using AI, what depending on the AI you use, um, even the free Gemini can also help you to be able to sort this data very quickly and let you know whether that file has been stored or not. So I could say, is my background remover installed in my OBS log file? And I paste that file right here. Okay. Okay, so I'm able to do this because this is I still have the ability to kind of upload information. If you are using the free version with the open AI, you might run out of limit. But again, as I said, Gemini will do this and it's completely free as well. So you kind of copy that. It will tell you, once it tells you yes, then you know it's installed. Once it tells you no, it means it has not been installed and you have issue. But if you do need some solutions and you would like me to help you to solve this issue, you could reach out to me. I could set up an appointment to let you know how long it's going to take and what it might probably cost you for us to be able to kind of resolve these issues with OBS. Good luck in solving these issues. Do not waste time on much videos out there because the problem with the background remover could be unique to a particular system. So you need somebody who could actually spend time and diligently look at what your system looks like remotely, or kind of advise you or direct you to do that, or someone who might be able to look at whether you're using the right files or the right folders.